Hi guys, welcome. This is Tamara Hergert. Thank you for listening. I'm so excited you're here. And if you'd like to get a free digital copy of my book, Artist Success Mindset, please leave a review of our podcast and email a screenshot to us at info@empoweredartist.co. And this information is also saved in the episode's details. So today I would like to talk about art licensing fees and royalty rates and just explain um, what those are and basically just go over what the art licensing industry standards are. So the average art licensing royalty rates vary depending on the type of art, the size of art, and the usage rights granted. According to the Graphic Artists Guild, the average royalty rate for art licensing is 3 to 10% of the retail price of the art. So here are some factors that can affect the royalty rate for art licensing. The type of art. So some types of art, such as vector art or stock photography, are more commonly licensed than others. This means that there's more demand for these types of art, and you can charge a higher royalty rate. Another factor is the size of art. Larger artworks typically command higher royalty rates than smaller artworks. This is because larger artworks are more versatile and can be used in a wider variety of applications, like can be on a billboard or you can print a large-scale wallpaper mural or something like that. And the third factor is the usage rights granted. So the usage rights granted will also affect the royalty rate. And I'll tell you that a one-time license will typically be less expensive than an unlimited use license, of course. So basically, if you have an unlimited amount of times that you can use that license, that would be much more expensive. And it is important to negotiate. So negotiate the royalty rate with the client before you start working on the project. This will help you ensure that you're both on the same page and that you're also fairly compensated for your work. So here are some tips for negotiating a royalty rate for your art licensing. Number one, do your research. Before you start negotiating, it is important to do your research and know what your other artists are charging for their work. And this will give you a good starting point for negotiation. And so be clear about your terms. So when you're negotiating, be clear about the terms of not only the license, but also basically the duration. Is there an expiration of the license, and the type of the art being licensed, the fees, and the rights being granted. And also be prepared to walk away. If you're not happy with the terms of the license, be prepared to just walk away from the deal. This will show the client that you're serious about getting a fair price for your work. By following these tips, you can negotiate a royalty rate for art licensing that is fair and that will compensate you for your work really well. So one more thing. Here's some specific examples of royalty rates for art licensing. For a one-time use license, the royalty rate could be between 3 and 5% of the retail price of the art. So 3 to 5% just for a one-time use. For an unlimited use license, the royalty rate could be between 5 and 10 or even higher of the retail price of the art. And for a premium license, such as a license that allows the client to use the art in commercial setting, the royalty rate could be between 10 and 15% of the retail price of the art. It can be higher too. It is important to note that these are just, guidelines, and the actual royalty rate will vary depending on the specific terms of the license. And if you're working with big brands, they typically have a merchandise licensing agreement, or basically some preset template that they provide to you. But don't be afraid to negotiate, and also stand your ground, and just use your powerful voice to to let them know that this term needs to be uh, discussed, and maybe renegotiated. And so um, also consider taking our Licensing Your Art Masterclass if you'd like to break into licensing and open the stream of revenue for yourself. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helps. Okay, bye for now.